Thanks for joining me. Alright, so today we're going to get into caffeine. Caffeine is considered safe by the FDA, but as well as a number of other things, it also has its side effects. Alright, so let's get right into it. Caffeine can be habit forming, it can be addicting. I know because when I was intermittent fasting for a while, I used to drink black coffee, and I did it because it didn't have like really any calories in it, but over a number of days I found myself wanting the coffee almost every day. So even when I stopped intermittent fasting, I kept, wanting to drink more coffee. Even when I would go out on weekends, out to brunch or breakfast or something like that, even out to dinner, I'm like, yeah, let me get a coffee with that. Let me get a coffee with that. And then that's when I realized, you know what? I have a problem. I'm not drinking coffee all the time now. So we have to be aware that caffeine can be habit forming and addicting. Too much, of course, can cause restlessness, anxiety, tremors, irregular heartbeats, trouble sleeping, headaches, migraines, high blood pressure, etc., things of that nature. 80% of the world actually consumes some form of caffeine every day. Yes, that's something to think about. So caffeine is a stimulant. It stimulates your brain and your central nervous system. It also stimulates other parts of the body as well as your bowels. So be aware that in some cases, caffeine can actually cause diarrhea. Caffeine can also cause fertility issues. It could be detrimental to fetal development. That's why the doctors say when you're pregnant, make sure you limit your caffeine intake. Or if you're trying to conceive, make sure you limit your caffeine intake. Too much caffeine can also prevent calcium from absorbing in your body. So as you get older, you are prone to things like osteoporosis or easily being able to break your bones. So your bones will become very fragile, and you're going to be like Mr. Glass. All right, there's natural caffeine, and then there are synthetic caffeine. So your natural caffeines is stuff like your tea leaves, your coffee beans, your cocoa pods, things like that. But you have your synthetic man-made caffeines that are included in different medications like pain medicines, cold medicines, different foods, drinks, Mountain Dews, sports drinks, energy drinks, things like that. So you have to be aware and make sure you read the label anytime you consume almost basically anything to make sure what you're consuming. Too much caffeine can cause stress on your liver. And if your liver doesn't function the way it's supposed to function because it's stressed out, then it's going to end up leading to a hormone imbalance. And because of that hormone imbalance, too much of a certain type of hormone can feed into, you guessed it, fibroids. So you want to make sure that you're not consuming too much caffeine if you have fibroids or any type of other growths, tumors, things like that. Avoid caffeine if you have glaucoma, irritable bowel syndrome, an overactive bladder, any heart conditions, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, if you have any sleep disorders, high levels of anxiety, prone to panic attacks, diarrhea, epilepsy, or GERD, make sure you avoid caffeine. If you feel like you need a cup of coffee, switch it out for a cup of water. That's more healthy for you. This has been another episode of Beautiful Health. Thank you for taking care of yourself and keeping up with us. All right, have a good day.